Mark, thanks for having me. One of the things we had talked about is it's one thing to get a bill passed, and we worked very hard on that. We worked for many years to do it. But the other thing we need to be very conscious of is that once you pass it, there are forces out there that are constantly trying to amend it, change it, and undo it. We found that to be the case in Missouri. It wasn't 1 year later that a liberal senator passed a bill out of the Senate that virtually gutted the entire bill, and I had to go back to work and kill that. And that's an ongoing process, and nobody can be confident that once you pass a shared parenting bill, that's the end of it. Of course, there's always work to improve it, but there's also a lot of work that's just keeping the bill in place because there are forces out there that do not want us to have that.
Excellent. Well, we appreciate you, like I said, and I'm telling you, you worked your butt off on, and I don't know how much you want to share, but I'll tell you what, that Missouri bill would not have passed. It came down to the last day, and you stuck your neck out in front of the whole caucus for all of us. And like I said, I don't know how much we're allowed to share publicly, but I'll just tell everybody that bill would not have passed if it wasn't for Jim.
Well, that's what we do. If you're not there to fight hard for the things you believe in, you shouldn't be there at all. And we absolutely believe in this, in your quest, and I shared it with you, and it was a great accomplishment. And again, what we need to do is just work every single day. I have a plaque in my office that says "Win every day," and if you're not working hard every single day, you don't win. But if you do work hard every single day, you will win, get things across the line. And that's what we did with this bill. And I'm gratified with the amount of people that have thanked me for it. But you don't thank me. You actually thank Mark Ludwig because he's the one that works every single day.
Well, I guess we've only got a couple minutes, but I do want you to address, we've probably got a lot of people watching who are intimidated about speaking with a legislator. And so if you can address that, you usually like meeting with those type of people even more. They're constituents. So if you want to address and encourage people that, hey, reach out to your legislator.
Well, when somebody comes into my office and they're passionate about an issue and they know their facts and they have a story to tell. And normally it's a story to tell that they tell that'll get to your heart. And that's the thing that'll move you. And there's no reason to be afraid of legislators. Frankly, we're all just people like everybody else. We stuck our neck out to become a legislator, but we're no different than everybody else. We have our passions, and we understand those passions. So if you go to a legislator's office, you're not going to be rejected. Now, if they don't like your subject, they're going to tell you, well, I disagree with you, and we move on. You find another legislator to go. But you should never be afraid. That's what they're there for. They're there to serve you, and there's absolutely no reason to be afraid of them.
Cool. Well, you definitely serve. Like I said, I mean, guys, I'll just tell you, Jim lives probably 3 miles from my house, and he is at chamber events, Boy Scout ribbon cuttings, Boy Scout Court of Honors. I mean, he is everywhere and all over the state serving people in the Missouri. He is just we couldn't ask for anybody better. Unfortunately, he's somebody who's been through the family court system. So he was a very good advocate for us in getting that.
Well, here I am in Kansas City, the other side of the state, advocating for Israel this week. It's what you do. You advocate for those things you believe in, and that's why people that believe in advocating for a subject that they come to my office, I appreciate that. And you'll find that to be the case with most legislators. If you keep up the good work, because you're the guy who works and wins every day, you're the guy that's driving it. There's more than one plaque on that wall back there because of you, my friend. And I appreciate that also.
Well, thanks so much. I appreciate you. And thanks so much for squeezing us into your schedule.
I'm sorry, it was a delay. The traffic got terrible on the way up here to Kansas City.
That's okay. Like I said, I was determined we were going to find somewhere to put you in the schedule.
I appreciate it, Mark. You have a great day.
All right. Enjoy the rest of your trip.
I will.
Thanks.